art can change our future. Travel with me, artist John Dyer and artist Joanne Short. Be inspired by endangered environments, plants and animals. Learn about tribal culture. Paint, connect, exhibit and change. It's a last chance to paint.
Morning! We're off on another safari. It's 5:45 again, and this time I've got all my clothes on because I was so cold last time, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be better. So it's 6:30 and we're here at a gate. It's a different gate to last time, so we're going to see different things, and there's a few people waiting and we're just doing our documents. So we're waiting in this particular spot by the lake because 3 days ago the tiger made a kill of a big deer, and it's stored it here, and they're hoping that it might come and have a snack.
We waited, but eventually it made sense to move on, and look what we found. This beautiful Samba deer. Look at its beautiful antlers and the way they use their ears to look for danger. And that scent gland under its eyes. Wow, look at this. Beautiful stag. The deer feed on a variety of things like grass, leaves, fruit, and even the bark of trees, which is what this damage to this tree is.
So we just saw a tiny little bird. Sorry I didn't photograph it for you, but it's called a rufous tree pie, or the Indian tree pie. Now I love this story because this is a dentist for the tigers. Actually goes into the tiger's mouth and takes out little bits of flesh if it's been eating, and it's got a symbiotic relationship with the tiger. Can you imagine that? Going into a tiger's mouth and eating. But as Mandar said, it's the tiger would be on the losing side if he didn't agree to this, because they'd obviously get bad teeth. So you've all got to brush your teeth unless you've got an Indian tree pie or a rufous tree pie to come and do that for you.
We've just come back from a fantastic safari. We were on a jeep that was driving like a roller coaster because it was going so fast. It was really exciting because we had to get there in time before it walked away, and we saw a leopard, and it was so exciting because it was so big and it was so close to us. So watch the rest of the video to see what an exciting time we had.
See how well camouflaged this is? It just blends into the background.
This here is a sambar deer skull. The scientific name is Cervus unicolori, probably killed by a tiger, and it's quite a big animal. So one sambar kill lasts for almost a week for a tiger.
Wow, that is genuinely heavy. If that was my head, I'd be struggling with all these antlers on top of it. But just feeling the weight of this animal, a tiger can probably easily take this animal down.
Yes.
That's a powerful animal. And this is also a powerful animal.
So the Samba deer's just had a mud bath. Clean up. It's drying itself off. And then back into some cover. It blends in with the trees. Ooh, a bit of maybe scenting or eating. I think it's scenting the tree. It's got a gland beneath its eye to mark its territory.
So the tree behind me is known as the Queen of Trees, and it's a ficus tree, a fig tree, and we're cut away to the figs, and it basically feeds everything in the forest, from the elephants to the birds and the insects. This is a crazy thing. Inside the figs is a male wasp, tiny little thing, and it just survives in the fig its whole life. It lives and dies in the fig. And the female wasp comes along and pokes a very sharp bit of the end of her body into the fig so that they mate, and that makes all the baby wasps. And through that hole, 3 other species of wasp can also generate their life cycle. So this tree literally is the sort of like the mothership of a lot of the life in the forest.
One of the local schools nearby that we actually drove past the other day, this week saw some tiger pud marks in the playground one morning, and they were fresh. So the next evening they put out a camera trap, and the next morning they saw on the they managed to catch photographs of a spotted deer and also a tiger, and it was really, really bright, the photograph.
This is all quite low, these trees.
Yeah, to watch out. Look at that, look. That tree.
So when we're on our live expeditions, we'd love it if you could send in children's questions via our Q&A form on lastchancetopaint.com. We'll then answer them in our next video or next blog. And if you're watching this in the legacy mode, we'll also answer your questions. Just fill in the form and we'll answer by email. So get involved. We can make this interactive for your children. So we've just stopped the Jeep here because on the floor we have got, well, you can see what we've got, I think. We have got tiger pug marks. That is the paw of a tiger, and it's quite fresh because that would disappear otherwise after a few days, simply because of the safari vehicles. And there's a little line of them. Another sighting there, and then they go on, there's one up here. So tigers are definitely around. Okay, so Mandar's just told me that this is from a female tiger. You can tell from the size and the pointed, you see how pointed they are at the front of the toes.
So this is quite exciting because these are pug marks that are definitely from a different tiger, and this time it's a male tiger, and they're really rather big.
So Mandar, you picked up this this plaster cast, I presume, and this,
Yes.
What is this of? What is that?
John, this is a real tiger pug mark. It's made out of plaster of Paris, and the forest guards, when they patrol the forest areas, they track the tigers. They keep a watch out on the tigers, and whenever they see a tiger pug mark on the soil, they pour the plaster of Paris and they make a cast out of it. Just you can imagine the size of the
Yeah. I just got to interrupt. That is enormous. Just on my hand, it's
bigger than my face probably. I would prefer not to get slapped by this tiger.
We've received a question from Oak Class in Cornwall, and they've asked why tigers are bright orange and black. Aren't they easy to spot? Well, the thing is, animals don't see colour in the same way that we do. So for the deer, for the prey, they will see those tigers as basically grey. They will blend in with the foliage. They're almost like a greeny grey. So if you imagine those dark patches, the stripes, and the greeny grey, they're invisible. So we're currently going basically leopard speed because there's been a leopard spotted. We're just going to go and see if we can find it. So we're kind of completely off-road. Ow, that actually hurt. Tree hit me on the face. Hit in the face a little bit. Does it look too bad, Joe?
Really exciting.
So we're definitely not on any track anymore. We're just driving through the bush.
Where's the tail one? It's incredible we can see it. It's so close, but it's so hidden in the leaves. But it really is actually quite close.
So can you see in the middle of this shot there is a leopard? It's very camouflaged in amongst the leaves.
It's really quite close to us.
Can you see its whiskers?
Oh, look. It's looking at us now.
Yeah, it's looking right at us.
We're just going to walk into the protector's hut, and this is where the guards live who patrol the forest. They live. This is right in the centre of the area that they patrol, and they have a bedroom where they stay, and then through here there's a kitchen which has got lots of lovely things in. We've got their food, all the spices. Chilies is very important in the food here. And over here we've got a little stove where they cook, and then on the top here all their dishes. It's quite incredible. I feel really privileged to be able to see how people live. There's a lovely couple in here cooking some food for our breakfast in the kitchen out there. Looking forward to my omelette that's being cooked freshly. So look, this is my omelette. It's just arrived. It's been cooked in the middle of the jungle.
So today we've seen an endangered leopard, amazing animal. And it's the last chance to paint potentially for the leopard if we don't get these environments sorted out. So do your paintings, submit them to Last Chance to Paint. We'll exhibit them on our world gallery and they will all bear witness to what we risk losing. And by doing that, we'll all learn to tread gently on our beautiful planet Earth. So I've just completed my Last Chance to Paint painting of the safari we did today, based around the leopard and the samba deer and the spotted deer and the langur monkey. And I've captured the signs of spring, which is like autumn in the UK where the leaves fall. So I've got these lovely oranges and reds. So do your paintings, whatever's inspired you, submit them to Last Chance to Paint and we'll put them online on our online gallery, the World Gallery, alongside my painting, so you can show the world. Oh, there's an actual stick. What's up ahead, Joe?
Oh, there's some monkeys sitting in a line. There they go.
So I've done my Last Chance to Paint painting for the day based on the safari, and I've included the langur, I've included the, what is that, leopard. Okay.
This is quite exciting because there's
The same for me.
more pug marks here, and they're a different lion. A different lion. Is it going to be hot?
I don't think so. You have to tell me.
Is it hot?
No.